on in, everybody. Hello. Oh, Deb, glad you made it in. Good Lord. I know we got people still coming in, but I want to apologize to anybody that was having trouble with the link. We had a little glitch in the system for anybody. It seemed to work fine for the people that were my current coaching clients, but the
Oh,
people that were coming from the outside in is
yeah.
where that glitch seemed to be happening. So back end has checked. My IT guys have checked. All the links are supposed to be working now. Everybody that we have names for that have purchased in should be in and working now. So we're hoping we got everything going in the right direction this time.
Wait, oh,
What is the coffee ketones and Jesus? Where is that?
oops.
Coffee, ketones, and Christ. So when you go over to your dashboard where your courses are, like all of you should have the free support group, you should have the 10-day cleanup.
Uh-huh.
If you scroll down through your dashboard, there is a next section down that says communities.
Uh-huh.
And you guys should all have coffee, ketones, and Christ with you in that under communities right there. If you do not, make sure you let me know,
Okay.
especially for those of you that are not my coaching clients right now, because you guys have to manually be added to the group. My coaching people automatically, the system will do it on its own.
Uh,
But you guys having temporary access to it, it doesn't automatically do all those things. So
oh,
if by chance my guys have missed anybody, please reach out, let me know. Um, if everybody should see Coffee, Ketones, and Christ on their community dashboard.
I
So,
see the little square, the information there, but it's sign on, pay, and clean and begin. It's not
okay,
a.
so you should be able to click on that.
Mm,
Does it let you in to click on it? Can I get you to refresh your screen and try it again?
okay. That'll take me a couple minutes, but yes, go ahead and I'm
Okay.
the person.
And let me check it. Well, we'll give everybody just a couple minutes to sign on, and I will check on my end and see if by chance. So come on in, everybody. Brenda,
Moni's
are you
trying to
ready for
get
your,
in.
Oh, no.
huh?
Okay.
Moni's trying to get in.
Mm.
Okay. Okay, hang on, Michelle. Let me unenroll you and re-enroll you. It looks like you were in and then it expired. Um, were you in it paid for a little bit and then canceled or got out or something?
I don't think so.
Okay, because it had you in and then it said your enrollment expired. So, okay, refresh your screen. I see you now. Is
Okay.
there anybody else that does not see it on their dashboard? Deb, I know my guys got you in, so I hope you see yours on your dashboard. 'Cause 10 o'clock last night, I'm working with my guys trying to, it's like, all right, we've got to get this figured out.
Yeah, I just
So,
saw it now, so I've got it in there now. So
okay.
thank
And
you.
just know that is where the Healthy Families Begin at Home, the big Facebook group, that is open. It's a private group, but it is still, there's people in there that are not Dr. Boz people. There are people over there doing all kinds of different things. So I try to keep it woed in, and my moderators try to keep it woed in on Dr. Boz protocol and things like that. But once in a while, there are some people over there that just are out in a different playing area than we are. So, coffee, ketones, and Christ, I just want everybody to know if you're not a regular coaching client, that is just my people. Nobody gets into that. That's why there's that gate there that kind of keeps everybody in and out, and we have a little bit of glitches trying to work it in. But once we get you in there, that is only my coaching people. There are no spammy people out there, there's no riffraff coming in. That is the one we purchase that product so that we have complete control over who comes and goes in it. So if anybody ever gets missed, it's because a lot of that work has to be done manually. So please do not hesitate to ever text me or call me or something like that if you're not getting in there. So
Okay.
come
Moni
on
can't
in.
get in.
Okay, she has to refresh her screen, go to the link in the course there. Um, I know she's in it too because I put her in that one. Did anybody have troubles with links this morning? Or links
Nope.
all?
And Moni was on the call on Tuesday, so she
Yeah.
got in Tuesday.
So And that might be something we do seem to have something else going on with some Android people. So we have to make sure you're refreshing that screen because the link changes for every live. The link is different for every time we go live, that link is different. So you have to go and refresh that screen, make sure you're getting the right link with the right date, the right time, all those things on it for that to work. Morning, Moni. Glad you made it in, hon. Okay, let's jump in. We're going to try to keep
Okay.
these meetings short and sweet, but I want to go into. Um, I just see Jacqueline's already having her daily nutrition. Um,
I
anybody
normally
else?
eat around 9:30 and I waited, but I was like, I'm having a rough morning just with work. So I was like, I gotta eat.
Sometimes we just got to do what we got to do.
I was done eating by 6:30 this morning. My
Go,
ketones are 6.3 right now.
go, Linda.
I am.
What do you mean you're not eating sardines with me at noon or when we're done here?
No, I'll hang out with you though, because I'm not on my 3 days of sardines yet. It starts tomorrow. Remember,
Oh.
I started like the thing on Tuesday. I asked you if I should only do two, and
You
you
could
go,
go
no,
ahead and
no.
jump in. You could go ahead and
Okay.
jump in with me if you want.
Yeah, well, I'll hang in with you. I'm not eating sardines today because I'm done
Oh,
eating already.
come
I'm
on.
done eating already. I had lobster tail for breakfast at
Yeah,
six
that is
o'clock in the morning.
all right. Lobster tails. That okay, that's a whole
Well,
nother.
because Steve got, how do you pass that
Okay.
up? He got all those on clearance for $5.99.
I know, but that okay. We'll cut that and talk that another day. Um, okay, so today, what I want to talk about today is calming the chaos. So, the food leading up to today, for the 3 days before this, should be a simple, minimal, easy, solid whole food, a whole protein. So everybody should be at, our thing was eggs. So we were just eating multitudes of eggs, different ways, hard-boiled eggs, dippy eggs. I made omelets a little bit. I had the pickled eggs and the pickled beet juice. Um, and again, I make my own, so it's not full of sugar and things like that. So it was just nothing but eggs. If we were hungry, we had to go grab some eggs. When Lance came home, Lance ate a dozen eggs and a half a pound of bacon last night. So yeah, it's one of
Wow.
those things that is sometimes you got to just fill the boy up, and eggs are a cheap, easy way to do that right now. Chickens are laying like crazy where we're at, so the farmers are passing chicken butt nuggets out like they're going out of style. So we picked eggs for our 3 days. So whatever your 3 days is should just be a simple, minimal food protein. So that was the first 3 days. So now we're going to take, you've quieted the things down. You've got that brain starting to calm down. But the other thing that happens as we eliminate those choices, this is where the addiction starts to come knocking on the door. This is where annoyance will start to come in. This is where I'm just flipping ticked off will start to come in. You will have an irritation. Some people will just get a total irritation that you will not understand. And please tell the people around you to bear with you, give you a little bit of grace right now, and this all will eventually clear up. But right now, this is where you're starting to get into the rough spots, okay? So this is where if you deal with food addiction, as most people do, most people are not moderators in this group. Me and Jacqueline, I think, are on our own little sisterhood of being able to absolutely cheer that one on because we are very blessed because you cannot believe how many people struggle. My husband is one of them. He cannot moderate easy. He cannot. If it's here, it's going to irritate the shit out of him until he either consumes it or it disappears. So it's one of those things. So we have both ends of the spectrum that live in our household. And most people, moderators are we are not the common. So that's why we talk so much about the food addiction and the things that drive us crazy. Mine's not as much as of an addiction thing, mine's an emotional thing. So I struggle more when life is not on my even
Yeah,
keel in my little Zen life.
me
That
too.
is where those things kind of kick in and get me.
Mhm.
So we talk about a little bit of both, but right now, in general speaking, I want to say the first 3 days were to calm the choices down, eliminate the friction, eliminate the having to make a decision. Pick a food, stick with it, finish it off, be done. Okay. Now we are going to move into sardines. And any of you that personally know me or have been with me for any length of time, you know sardines are not my favorite food, never have been, never
Mm-mm.
will be. But
Mm-mm.
I absolutely love what they do for my chemistry. Even being a cancer survivor, heart attack survivor, Dr. Boz coach, all the things I can cheerleader with the best of them. my taste buds still revolt these sardines. My husband has more than one video of me gagging them down through the years and stuff like that. And I will tell you how I fix this. Um, is good old Dr. Boz looked at me one day and I finished off a 3-day sardine challenge. Easy, no problem. I can do that. I don't like it, but I can do it. We got to the end of the 3 days and she says, Tammy, you need to just go ahead and make it a 5-day challenge. And I was like, okay. So I went ahead and went on to the 5-day challenge. By the end of the last 21 day, prior to that, when I got to the end of the 21 day, she threw out another challenge to me and asked me to eat them for 100 days to help clean up a crappy liver, metabolic damage from chemo, heart attacks, medications, all the things in my body that was still fighting me, was to have sardines for 100 days. Reluctantly, I will say, again, they are not my favorite food. I did not eat only sardines for 100 days, but I ate sardines for almost for 100 days straight. Now, to get started in that, I will tell you again, my taste buds don't like them. So I started out with, I do 1 can. Some days, 1 can is all I could do. You know, some days I would do 1.5 cans, some days, whatever, but I would get a can in me every day. Now, to do that, I switch it up a little bit. I would dump the oils off. I would add some oil. I would add some mustard. I would air fry them in my air fryer that is outside on my deck, not in my house. 'Cause not cooking those babies in my kitchen. So I went through getting them in me for 100 days, and it is amazing to me. I know about that sitting at home, gagging them down. And you can ask Linda. Me and Linda would sit and do it live together because we were gagging them down, but I worked through that. At the end of those 100 days is when I started doing them, even with Linda, to help and say it gets better. Your taste buds change as your microbiome changes. At the beginning of the 100 days, I'm gagging them down, literally standing over the trash can, worried what's going to happen, chucking, getting them in me. And I look at the sardines as I'm bullheaded. I did not throw up even through chemo. I have a cast iron stomach, and I am one of those people that I don't necessarily like NyQuil either, but when I needed it for medicine, it was going down. I don't like chemo, but when I needed it to save my life, it was going down. I look at sardines with that same kind of treatment. It's the medicine that works that needs to go down. So I started out those 100 days gagging down sardines. By the end of the 100 days, I was sitting on live, chatting with Linda, saying, come on, girlfriend, you got this. And they just go down. I don't make a big deal out of it. I try to just get them in me as quick and as fast as I can and get them down. It's a chemistry thing. It's my medicine. It's what my body needs. And it is the easiest next step we can all do. Unless you are deathly allergic to it, you can do sardines. I don't care how much you don't like them. And I will tell you, in the 21 day, Dr. Boz gives us no excuses. You know, there is not a, oh my gosh, I don't like them, or oh my gosh, if you're allergic, you prove it by putting them on your wrist and showing that you have a reaction to it. You don't get to just say, I don't like them, so I'm allergic to them. No, no, no. We don't get to do that. We have to, they go down. If you know you're on with a doctor, if there's a problem, then we'll handle the problem. But for the most people, or most 99% of people, I think every 21 day we may get every other. So for 200 students, we get maybe one person legitimately allergic. That just doesn't happen often. You may not like them. They may not like you, but we will work through all those issues. So please be mindful of the next 3 days of sardines. Don't let yourself have an excuse. Don't give yourself a leeway, okay? Because what these little fishies do to your chemistry is night and day difference, okay? Does everybody understand how the 3-day challenge works with the sardines? Is there any questions on how? Basic rules are you start with a can of sardines and set your timer, okay? If you are hungry, if you want something, if the food addiction comes knocking, if you're just irritable and you've got to get something in you because you're just going to punch somebody in the face or chew your own arm off, you open another can of sardines. So this is where discipline comes in. This is where the things that most people struggle with is the discipline that it takes to say, you know what? I don't need a bite of the Baby Bell cheese. I don't need a handful of nuts. I'm eating for nutrition, and that is truly what this mission is about. Putting nutrition in. It is not about dopamine. It is not about a dopamine hit in your brain. It is not about feeding your addiction. This is not about, oh my gosh, I just love this meal, or I just need a meal, or I just need a minute. It is not about any of that. It is literally, let's get nutrition in and get out of the kitchen. Let food stop driving the bus is what we're trying to do. Because right now, as soon as any of us, raise your hand when any of these apply to you. I have a stressed out day. I come home, I sit down. What's the first thing I want to do? Grab something to eat. Having a bad day. Kids are driving me nuts. Husband's driving me nuts. Anything like that. What's the first thing you do? Have a bad day. Your house is in chaos because you're moving and everything is in the middle of 5 feet of boxes in chaos. What's the first thing I want to do? Eat. You know, it's just silly things that we all turn to food for everything besides nutrition. And that is what we want to stop. Once you gain the ability to be able to navigate that, we all heard it in Linda's voice this morning right there when she said, but I got lobster tails. She's still getting dopamine from lobster tails. So that's why I'm trying to discourage her of lobster tails is not a win right now. Lobster tail is still feeding. She is still looking for some dopamine in her food.
No,
Linda,
I just wanted it to taste decent, and I wasn't going to let it go to waste.
it's not about letting it go to waste. That is not what this is about. This is about getting things, keeping it simple, and not looking for a buzz from your food, not looking for the dopamine. We're trying to quiet everything down. We want it to be calm. We want food to not be a leading factor in life today. And that's not easy to do for everybody, you know, and that's okay. We're in it together. We're going to do it together, but we're going to stay busy. I don't eat sardines because I love the taste, by no means. If you go down through the lesson on day 4, has everybody got through the lessons on day 4 yet? Has everybody got in there? And do you realize that a new lesson downloads every morning? Does everybody got that? New lesson comes in. Okay. I don't crave them. I don't look forward to them. I eat sardines because I love what they do for my chemistry, and you will too. So when you're checking your numbers, you will see what they do, and then as you move forward, you will see the progress of what the sardines will do. I've been riding over 100 in my glucose, so I am ready to do this and clean this up. So it's just, and it's not that I'm eating crazy. It's not anything bad. It's just I'm stressed. We're going to bed late. We're working late. We're, doing all the things we know better, doing all the things that remind me how much we are not making our health a priority, which is what I want you guys to stop and think about. Are you making you a priority? Okay. You're removing comfort eating. You're removing the dopamine eating. You're removing all of those things right now. Okay. Challenge your need for a variety. We're quieting all that down because you don't get to keep picking things. If you're hungry, you eat more sardines, period. End of story. And if you find yourself thinking of what else you can add or whatever direction you can go or what else can I do, that's not the direction you want it to be going. We're working on the long-term brain health. And I love Linda and can pick on her. She's a dear friend. So I can kind of pick on, I hear the brain health. I hear her language. I hear the dopamine in her life, that is hitting. So I can see kind of ahead down the pike a little bit on what food addiction is doing to people, to all of us. And this isn't a pick on Linda. This is, we all do this in one way or the other, We're choosing to choose function and health over the pleasure sensory that we use that we get with the dopamine. It's, do I want something right now? Do I want something different? This is where you're going to get your journal out and you're going to journal in a piece of paper, pen, in cursive. I want you to work through exactly what are you feeling. If you are feeling tired, ticked off, mad, emotional. I'm an emotional roller coaster right now with my mama passing, moving into our home, my family home, selling our home. The emotional roller coaster of this has been so much harder on me than anything I ever anticipated. So whatever your vice is, we want to make sure we are working through and finding the real reasons of what you're looking for, okay, of what you're trying to do. It's not about the taste. Trust me, there's some people do like the taste of sardines. I do not happen to be one of them, but it does not matter. That is not the point. That is not what we're worrying about. This is temporary. This is intentional. This supports my healing journey, and I don't have to love it for it to work. So I want you to be mindful of those things. A couple of things I want you to think about. When you are getting irritated, when you are getting annoyed, when you are wanting to just go to the fridge, I want you to get your journal out. I want you to go do something else that stimulates dopamine for you. So whether that's journaling, whether that's reading a book, going for a walk, finding a habit. I want to talk a little bit about that. How many of us had hobbies back before we became functioning adults that took care of the whole world and everybody in it besides us? We had hobbies. I used to like to do things. I made jewelry. I like to crochet. I like to knit. I like to scrapbook. I like to make cards.
Yes.
Ask me how much of that I do now that we're older. We take care of everybody else instead of ourselves. Can anybody relate to that? It's just, yep. Yep.
Mhm.
So this is one of those things. I want you to do something for you. I don't care if it's go in and lock the bathroom door and take a bath, light a candle, do something you enjoy to get you some dopamine from something besides food.
It
Okay.
has been so long that the message in my head from lots of people was, oh, you can't paint until the house is clean, the laundry's done, the dog's fed,
Finish your chore list that never ends.
yes.
And so how many of us still put that guilt trip on ourselves? I will not get my scrapbooking out. I will not get my knitting out. I will not get my whatever. I will
Yeah.
not get it out because, oh my gosh, I still have a mess everywhere from moving. And it's like, no, I'm going to stop, set a timer for 1 hour, and I am going to do something that I love and enjoy today after I eat my sardines. It's going to be my reward. So it's one of those things. Pick it, pick your hobby, pick up the phone and call a friend. How many of us have friends from our past that nothing happened, there's nothing wrong, but we just don't connect with anymore? You know, I have a dear, dear friend. I mean, I named my daughter after her. I mean, she is my best friend growing up. And we'll go months and months and months on end and never speak. Not because anything's happened, not because something's wrong, but because life just happens and gets in the way and everything else matters more than me tending to that relationship. That's not right. That's not okay. That's where our dopamine needs to come from. Does everybody have something you can turn to today for some dopamine besides food? Does everybody have an idea what you're going to need to do? If you, nope. That's as honest as it gets right there. Nope, no clue.
No,
Don't.
First it was a nope, and then it was oh wait, yes. I live a life of chaos, but it's all right. It's okay. And I'm settling things.
So here's the homework I want to give each of you. I want you to get over in coffee, ketones, and Christ is your first priority where to check in. Coffee, ketones, and Christ. If on top of that you could check in over in Healthy Families Begin at Home, please do. It's great. If you can only do one, please do coffee, ketones, and Christ because that is where we will be at watching. But I want to see. Go over and share what is your dopamine today after your sardines. Reward yourself. Think of something decent, fun. I don't care if it's as simple as a phone call. I don't care if you lock yourself in the bathroom and go take a poop by yourself with nobody bothering you. Do it. I don't care.
Does a
Go
nap count?
if you need a nap and that
Oh my
would
God, I need a nap so bad. Yes.
that would bless you.
I'm so tired.
Then you take the nap if that would bless your world. Yes.
Yes.
So everybody, I want to see a post from every one of you over in Coffee Ketones of Christ of what is your dopamine today? What is your loving on yourself today? I don't care what it is.
I actually already did mine this morning, and my head is reeling from it.
Nice. What was it? Please share.
I made a massive life choice today. Something I've been thinking about for probably a decade, sort of looking into for a couple of months. And I signed up and paid the money for an educational course to start in August.
Amen.
Hopefully will turn into a new career at 56 years old. But hey.
Hey.
So
Jacqueline.
I think I have dopamine to spare right now.
That's awesome.
Hence my crazy head to answer
So
the
how many
question.
of us, okay, I'm looking at all of us women on this screen right now. how many of okay, I hit 60 this week. So I got some issues going on right now. Some issues, but it's that point of how many of us can sit here and say, it's time for us. And Jacqueline, I'm so proud of you for going back to school at
Yeah.
56 years old because I was 55 when I went back for primal health coaching. And it was one of those, I already have a medical degree. I already went through Ohio State medical boards. I've already done the hard things that I said I would never do this again. Like, this is not fun. I'm not a good tester, hands-on, face-to-face work, hands-on work. I love it. Testing and doing book work is really rough on my ADD brain. So it was not an easy decision, but Jacqueline, it was one of the best decisions I ever made. And I absolutely am at 60 this week, hitting my best life of I love doing this and it feeds my soul. And I hope whatever you signed up for, you share with us at some point. And I hope you're
I'll
going to
tell
love
you,
every minute.
I signed up for to be a board certified health and wellness coach.
Amen. Yes. I love it.
It's been in my soul for over a decade while I've been going through my own health journey. And I was like, oh, I should be a health coach. But I never looked up what that actually meant or how to do it. And I was busy and, all the millions of excuses. And now I'm like, no, really,
Now you have
this is
to.
my calling. I work in healthcare, in conventional
Nice.
healthcare. I've worked at an LTAC hospital for 22 years. I'm a little disillusioned with modern medicine.
Amen.
And I need to make a little less hypocrisy in my life.
Absolutely. And I think when you end up being that experiment of one, everything you're beating in my head and they're teaching you and sitting through medical boards and all the things to do. And you're like, if that worked, why are we all sick? Because I walk it, talk it, live it, breathe it, and it's not working. So to have to stop and hit pause and say, you know what? I want to be able to apply my own common sense. I'm not saying I always have the answers. I'm not saying I always know what to do, but I will tell you, I can take my own common sense. Just the simplicity of being able to say out loud, publicly, outside of this private little bubble, even. If your glucose is too high, and that is the leading factor in your metabolic health, if your glucose is too high, stop putting it in. Like, just the oxymoron of the being a diabetic and eating the diabetic diet that they put you on at the hospital. I live in Ohio, so I'm right outside the Cleveland Clinic. I'm an hour away from the Cleveland Clinic. Some of the best doctors in the world are in the Cleveland Clinic. My brother, I just buried my little brother 2 years ago of heart failure, and while he was in the Cleveland Clinic in heart failure, the first tray of food that they brought him up after they opened him up and put an LVAD in, which was pumping for him while they waited to get him on a heart transplant list, the tray of food they brought him sent me hysterical. I made a total ass of myself in front of everybody in this ICU because they brought my brother a plate of apple pie filling, orange juice, oatmeal, and some kind of mystery meat in the middle of the plate was just this little tiny thing. I'm like, are you freaking trying to kill him? I was livid.
That sounds like what they fed me when I was pregnant and almost died from a kidney infection and my son with me. And they told me I was super high risk for gestational diabetes. So they made me eat 6 times a day. And one snack was a sandwich with white bread, but I wasn't allowed to have ketchup. I was only 19, knew nothing, and it still didn't make sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's insane. My brother's A1C was 14. And you're bringing a tray
to my sister. It was crazy. Here, eat the beans. We'll just give more insulin.
Yep.
In the hospital.
So I'm saying that and sharing those stories, not to be morbid and be the Debbie Downer of the day, but to say, first of all, Jacqueline, kudos to you. Go make a difference, because I will say the people that I can reach through these little health coaching classes or in our little environments that we can do, this is real. This is building more health than working in any hospital, any doctor's office, anything I've ever done in 40 years of a career. I mean, I love it that much. I'm never going to make the money I used to make. I'm never going to probably be the favorite person and tell everybody like everybody says you should share and teach and do all of that. It bucks a lot of systems, but I love being here and building true health. And when you see somebody, I don't know how many of you know our Linda here on the screen, but when Linda started with me a year ago, she was in bed on oxygen 24/7, laying back in her bed because she couldn't even sit up. A hot mess of just struggles. And now she sits up, she's on screen doing the work off her oxygen, standing up doing squats beside her bed, all the things. And it's like when you can see somebody's life change like that in front of your eyes, that's what we go to school for. That's what we, our hearts and souls, when nobody's in this healthcare field for the fun of it. You're in it because your heart and soul is in it. Your heart and soul loves people. And that is why we do this together. So that is why we're doing the sardines together, heart and soul. Like them or not, we're in this together to change your life, to move forward, to build health one baby step at a time. We don't have to have all the labs and all the things of a million different doctors telling you what to do. Let's just clean it up. Let's just keep it simple. Let's just use some common sense. If the glucose is too high, you know what? I need to stop putting more glucose in. And I'm going to do that today by having a can of sardines and cleaning everything else up. I'm not going in for my little baby bell cheese. It's only this big and I only need one, right? It's good. No, it's not. It's messing up my metabolic health. It is messing up my numbers. It is, I got cream in my coffee for this morning, but by tonight that will be cleaned up. I am not having cream in my coffee for the evening. I'm going to go nice and easy. I'm going to go back to black tea. So it'll be sardines, my coffee that I'm finishing up right now. I'm going to have my sardines here with you guys when we get done, and then it will be iced tea or sardines for the rest of the day with nothing in it, just nice and simple. So eliminating the choices to me is the calm. That is how I settle my brain down, is eliminating choices. And I have the little guy on my shoulder. Are you hungry enough? Are you sardine hungry? I kind of ask myself, if I'm really sardine hungry, I'll go eat a can of sardines. If I'm not sardine hungry, then it's my brain and my dopamine wanting something that I have to work through. That is what we got to push through for 3 days. Okay. Any questions on that part?
No, but just for the record, I may have done lobster tail, but I only did my protein and butter. That was it for 3 days. That I followed the rules. 100% followed the rules.
Oh, you're supposed to pick one protein and stick with it.
And I did.
You had lobster tail for 3 days?
You had beef and butter the first day.
Well,
and
for
hated
2
it.
days. For 2 days. For 2 days.
I love you, Linda.
For
really,
2 days.
Really
I didn't
love
have
you.
any cream. I didn't have any of that. I stuck with one protein, and that's all I had. And I was always done eating by like 6:30 in the morning. And my ketones are 6.3, and my glucose yesterday was 60 when I woke up. So I'm doing it.
You're doing better than me.
I'm
My
doing
glucose
it.
is over 100. It's never over 100 and has been for several days. And I that's stress and lack
Yeah,
of sleep.
I
and
didn't feel like I was
hot
cheating by
flashes, but-
doing lobster tail. It was a protein. To me, it's just the same as salmon. To me, it just tastes better.
I just give Linda a little bit of crap because I know the brain health that we're working on. So that is when I'm saying when food should not be your dopamine, when food should not be, I don't want that aha moment with your food because that is what sparks that. I know Linda enough to know lobster tail is mine and hers one of our favorite foods. So there's a little difference of eating the boring ground beef or the boring eggs or the boring whatever is different. Like the ground beef that she ate the first day, that response is different than what they're eating lobster tails for 3. And I'm going to have lobsters when I finish my clean fast this week. So we'll talk about that later. But I want a lobster tail. I'm on a mission. Linda's got me wanting it now. But
Just so you know, normally I can't afford to eat anything like that. So it was he happened to be there right when they marked him down, and he grabbed all of them. Like, because they were like packages of them, like 3 for $5.99. Like,
I just want, I seriously, Linda, I just want you to understand the difference of the ground beef discussion on.
I do.
Thursday
You
and
wanted my life to suck for the last 3 days.
Not suck. I just want it to be bland. I want it to be bland. I want it
Yeah.
to be not a decision. So
Well, and to be perfectly honest, I really didn't feel like I was cheating. I didn't, because I did stick with just the protein and butter. Like literally, I haven't had anything else. None of my ice cream, none of my
and it's just
drinking
like
water.
everything else. We come out to it's the good, better, best. Just like Dr.
Yeah.
Boz will teach things. It's good, better, best. Is it good that she stuck with one protein? Yes. Would it have been best if she stuck with the beef? Yes.
Yeah, and can I tell you, I was kind of sucking and hating it this morning as I was eating a stick of butter. Like that was not good.
Okay.
So that took
Okay,
away
so
any dopamine that the lobster tail did when I was done having to eat solid butter to get
All
my
right.
fats.
So your wins for today are going to be eating the sardines, even if you don't love them, even if they're not your favorite. I want the sardines. So at the end of the day today, go back over and check in. Say, hey, I got my cans in me. I'm tapping out for the day. Nothing else is going in. We're doing that. Go over and share that because sharing in the community. I know a lot of you haven't done the brains course yet. And yes, I will get a brains course date picked out soon so we can go through Dr. Boz's brains course. And I do give all my coaching clients a quite nice coupon to get into Dr. Boz's brains course, a little less than what normal is. And it is a great course worth every penny, but it is a lot. It's not a cheap one. It's not a quick one. It's a nice long churn in that brain health. So I'm looking at the big picture of the brain health, and I will tell you, just doing them when you don't love them, that's working on your brain health. Doing the things that don't give you the dopamine, you're working on your brain health. Doing the things that are difficult when it pushes you a little bit, you're working on your brain health. If you do it and it's easy and it's no big deal, you're not pushing that neural pathway in the brain. We want to push that neural pathway in the brain to not use food for dopamine. Okay. And again, I give Linda a little bit of crap, but again, I always say if Linda can do this, we all can do it because she's laying in a bed with not a lot of options for dopamine. The rest of us can get up and go for a walk. We can go for out to lunch with a friend. We can do a lot of things. So it's one of those find your dopamine outside of food. Find your dopamine outside of right now. You're choosing healing over comfort. You're choosing to make a step in the right direction, toes and nose going in the right direction. Get on your knees and do some praying if you need to. Whatever you need to do to work through the impulse, the voices that are going to come in because you've had 3 days of one food, hopefully. You've had 3 days of one food. You're getting bored. I want you bored. That's a good thing. You're getting annoyed. That's a good thing. You're getting frustrated. That is actually a good thing. I don't want you ticked off with the world and throwing a temper tantrum, but I do want you to realize you are pushing your body, you are pushing your brain to stop reaching for food. Okay, so now we're going to go to 3 days of a new protein. It's going to be the sardines, but it's 3 days of no dopamine in your food for most of us. Sardines are not an aha moment for very few of us. So go for the 3 days of sardines because we are working on that neural pathway. We are rebuilding that brain to say, food is not going to be my aha moment of the day, period. Not going to do it. Okay. So that's part of what the 3 days of the sardines is giving us. Sorry. I don't know why that's ringing. Should not. Okay, go down. Let's go to the next one. There are a couple blog posts over there that I wrote. Choose Your Hard is one of the blog posts. Please go read those. They're nothing big and fancy. Letting the inner 2-year-old come out, throw a temper tantrum. Those are a good one to read right now. Is the 2-year-old throwing a fit? If you start to feel like, oh, I need to just go be alone for a minute before I say or do something stupid, go read those blogs. That's what they're there for. We're adding the sardines for a purpose. Yes, there is. Um, yeah, we're trying to get all the things in. We're trying to get the high density protein. We're trying to get all those things. Support the nervous system, nutrient stabilizing over the hunger. We're doing all of this before you jump ship. Call me, text me, reach out in the group, get a hold of somebody. Do not stop this process. Do not give in to these 3 days. It's not a problem. There's always somebody over in that group that will help you. Do not give up on yourself on this. Some people will breeze through it, but other people, by that third day, some people are going to want to punch somebody in the face or chew your arm off. So I don't say that I say it jokingly kind of, but be mindful of the head game that is going to go on. This is food addiction for most people. This is coping skills for most people because most of us, our coping skills lead back to food. Okay. That's not okay. That is, if you ever want out from under the addiction of food, you gotta stop letting food drive the bus. Okay. Go on down through there, read the blog posts, and embrace the suck is another good article that I wrote over there. Embrace the suck. I know it sounds awful, but sometimes if you're not pushing into the suck, you're not
My
It's like
my
one of my
husband
favorite sayings. Yeah.
my
What's
husband has a T-shirt that says "Embrace the suck." It's from Grunt Style, I think. It's
I
like
love it.
whenever he goes out in public, everybody is like, "Oh my God, I love that!" I meant to go
Yeah.
grab it out of the closet to show it to you guys. It
I
literally
love
says
it.
"Embrace the suck." It's
That's a
awesome.
t-shirt I
Yeah.
need to get over on my t-shirt shop.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sardines will be your primary focus. Again, do not talk yourself out of this. And it's easy to do. You can easily come up and say, oh, I just this or I'm just that. Here's going to be a fun part. You guys can all hold me to this. I have a baby shower for my niece Saturday. So guess what I'm eating before I go to the baby shower? My sardines. So it's fine. We can do this. It's not a big deal. They know it. It's happening. But again, my health is more important right now. This is what matters. Making the memories with my niece, that is what matters. Getting my health going in the right direction, that is what matters. Does anybody give two craps what is on my plate at a baby shower? Nope. Nobody cares.
No, but you will as you're embracing the suck.
Right.
Tammy,
true.
you're not the only one that's going to be suffering through that. 3 days. I have a ceremony from tonight until Sunday with 500 other natives for our ceremony. So yeah, I will be having some
Embracing the
sardines.
suck.
And
You will
so
be embracing the suck.
embracing the suck together. We will all be doing it.
Dude, remember,
But
I was the one with the t-shirt. I'll pay you to eat my sardines. So
Moni will there be food at your gathering? Other
Oh,
foods?
it's surrounded by traditional food every single day from sun up to sundown. And of course, I have to be part of cooking because I'm female. So, yep.
I'll be with you. I got you, girl. Come on in,
oh,
Michelle. You
that's
got a
hard,
question?
man.
What about family gatherings? I have one kid out of 4 who is starting to come over to the dark side with me regarding ketogenic eating.
Nice.
We all
Okay.
have, we are all, they don't think so, but they are all near type 2 diabetes. I've been at it
All
5 years.
right. Let me jump in on this one. I got this one. We live it in 4 generations in our family. Okay. So parents, Lance and I, my kids, I got one set of kids that do it, one set of kids that don't. And I'm on to grandkids now. So I've got my youngest grandchild is 13. My oldest grandchild is 23. So we have every level of hormones and frustrations and everything going on. Living it as a family. First of all, we come together. Michelle, what I'm going to challenge you with is lead by example, first of all. They may think you're crazy. They're going to argue with you. The people that want to argue with you, the people that want to discuss it, this is where when we're together for a family gathering and I'm with the ones that don't do it, food is not the discussion. We take the conversation elsewhere. I am not going to argue this. When you want to have a discussion with me, I will discuss it with you, but I'm not arguing because, first of all, I was dying 5 years ago. They were putting pacemaker in me. I was 225 pounds. I mean, all the things are happening. So you can argue all you want, but the numbers and the data don't lie. So what I'm discussing with them or willing to share with them comes from data driven, not emotions. So make sure you're just leading by example. You're not there to discuss what's on your plate. You're there to spend time with your family. And if you drive that bus of when the kids walk up to you, instead of them saying, Mom, why are you only eating a burger? And they're getting on you. Hey, why don't you have that on a plate? Because I don't want a bun right now. I'm fine. How is your day going? How are the kids doing? You turn it right back around. You be ready to flip that right back around. It is not about the food that is not on your plate. Do not let it be the lead discussion of a conversation. Do not let it be something that you have to feel you justify, reason, or defend. You do not. If they want to ask because they want to learn and follow what you're leading, by all means, let's get a phone call in this afternoon and we'll talk later, or wait till everybody's gone and then we'll sit down and talk. Do not even entertain it being a discussion of content of being it. No, it's working for you. You have the data to back it up and believe in it, prove it, share it. But I don't owe, and all of us at our ages, because I'm hitting 60. Can you tell it's ringing in my head this week? I hit 60. I don't owe anybody a damn explanation of anything anymore. It is in trying to get that mindset. I don't mean that in a vicious way, but trying to get to the I'm not here to please you. I'm not here to debate my life with you anymore. I'm not here to justify what I'm doing. I'm a grown ass woman and I can finally make these decisions on my own. And it's taken me 60 years to get there. And it's one of those, I know that sounds awful, but
No,
it's so true. You lead the conversation. So to answer your question, going to a family function, you go in focused, you go in headstrong, go in not hungry. First of all, go in having your sardines or something first so that you are not tempted to jump ship or anything in front of everybody. And it's the equivalent of peer pressure. Remember, we all talked about the peer pressure back when we were all kids. It's the equivalent of peer pressure, but I think it's even worse because it's socially acceptable.
yes, yes. And my one sibling who's got skin tags all over and dealing with cancer and has had a heart attack and all those things. I had two sisters who died from diabetes. My parents both.
Sorry.
It's like, come on, guys. Why are you allowing this to be the status quo? Why are you fighting me?
And you're the one trying to do the work.
I'm the
I'm
one.
telling
Uh,
that is exactly what makes coaching so enjoyable is when I can take one person, pluck one person out of the family and say, come on, let me show you how we do this one family at a time, one member at a time, but you're going to lead by example. Your kids will follow when they see the difference in the changes in you. When they see mom's outliving her siblings, when they see you're not the one they're wiping your butt at 70 years old, because you made the change. They may not agree with it, they may not understand it, they may not even like it. But when you are living your best life, it's so different. It's not something you have to argue and debate anymore. Just be. And the ones that are meant to follow you will follow. And when you see, I mean, I did it the first year without Lance. And I literally had to go to him and say, I love you. But if I have to sit beside you every night on the couch one more night and watch you eat my peanut butter and jelly sandwich made with my grandma's homemade jam and sourdough homemade bread, I'm probably going to kill you. Like,
Yeah.
I can't do it. And it was when I finally went to him and said, I'm not doing this to fit my skinny jeans. I'm doing this to save my life. It was like a 2x4 across his forehead of, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And
My
he's
husband-
been,
Yep.
he's
40
been on board ever since.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Mine was
But
not. He died. He killed himself.
I'm sorry.
You can only do so much beer and ice cream and
Yep.
all the
And
garbage.
Yep. And we all love some ice cream. We all love a drink. I want a glass of wine right now more than anything, but it would be the worst thing for my chemistry. I just,
Oh
you're
my
gonna,
goodness.
go ahead.
Light bulb moment. No, my husband's family was here a week ago for a family wedding and it was horrendous. And I know why I'm sick now. It was so stressful.
Stressful.
And drink here, have this, have that, drink this, drink that.
Yep.
And
So does everybody know? I won't go into a bunch of science on this one. These are things we'll talk about in our coaching classes, but does everybody know your body will process a ketone or alcohol? And alcohol ranks first. So if there is alcohol,
wine, half a glass of wine, didn't matter. A sip would have been enough.
Yep.
Stupid.
Yep. Alcohol will get processed before a ketone. So when you're doing all of those things, it matters. It is a difference. Somebody, I just have a half a glass of wine after bed. No. When you do those things, it's scheduled, it's planned, it's a treat. We go on vacation, I'm going to have a drink. But you know what? I know what I'm going to do the next day. I know what I'm going to wake up the next hour. I know what I'm going to do following that. And it does not happen I bet you we don't have alcohol anymore twice a year. It's, when we're on vacation, we might open a bottle of wine or go out to a nice restaurant or something like that. It just isn't even, that's just one of those things. It's not even worth it for me anymore. It takes me too long to bounce back, too long to get my numbers out of it. I'm tired. Get the shits and giggles for a minute and then I'm sleepy. Like it's, ugh. all those things are things that we learn to work through as a family, that we work through generationally, as we work through as a couple, as a family, whatever. Those are all the things that we kind of talk through and work through. But that's how we live it as a lifestyle. Our home is set up as our healing home. That is what's taken us so long getting moved in, is because we are making the healing home process. You know, we got the sauna hooked up. The cold plunge is out here. It's not hooked up yet. The hot tub comes actually tomorrow. My hot tub will be here. You know, all the things that we use on a regular basis, we're in the process of making it happen, so that when we have an hour off tonight or we don't work tonight, you know what? My butt will get in the sauna. I can get in the hot tub. I can get in the cold plunge. I can go through the things that I don't even have to leave home. And it's not about a money thing, so please don't hear that. My cold plunge is a cast iron tub that was out of a farmer's field that fed the animals. We brought it home, scrubbed it up, cleaned it up, painted it up, put some brass fixtures on it, and it sits out there. We fill it up with the hose water, which comes out at 52 degrees. We throw in a bag of ice in it, which drops it down to about 46 to 48 degrees. That's plenty cold.
Yeah.
Plenty cold. And it is literally a cast iron tub out of a farmer's field sitting out in my backyard.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be expensive or fancy. My sauna was $300 off of Marketplace, because saunas are like treadmills. When everybody gets tired of them, they become laundry hangers and everything like that. When they want to get rid of them, they want them out. People will give the crap away just to get it out. Nobody wants to deal with it. If they're not into health and worrying about it, watch Marketplace. This does not have to be a bunch of money to do healthy things for your body. It does not have to be. And that's kind of what we're going to show you as we get going here into our new house that I grew up in. That was a very unhealthy home. We are turning it into our healthy healing home now. So that is kind of what we're getting into. Any questions? I want you to post what your dopamine hit is going to be, and I want you to post that you got your sardines in every day. I want you to come over and just say it. Right now, is there any questions? Anybody have any questions? If not, I am going to switch over onto my iPad, and I'm going to take you out into my kitchen, and we're going to eat our sardines together. So everybody take a 2-minute break to go grab your sardines if you haven't done them yet. Go grab them.
I
I'm
ate
going to
mine.
go.
You watched me.
You already did yours. Go, Jacqueline.
That's what I had
Moni,
already. I was just.
Do you have yours,
So what
Moni?
you saw me eat was my sardines.
Nice. Moni, do you have yours? Deb, do you have yours?
I've already ate.
Have
I ate at
yours?
9:30.
All right, you go, girl. Deb, do you have yours ready?
No, I don't. I haven't eaten yet. I'm 2 hours behind you, so it's still early for me.
Okay. You don't want to eat those sardines at breakfast? Come on.
I may tomorrow.
Okay. And I just want to say to everybody sees our beautiful Carrie here on the screen. Carrie, how you feeling? You doing okay? Just want to check in with you for a minute. Okay. Carrie, as we move through the 3 days of sardines, we are going to go into our 3 days of clean water fasting, if your chemistry is ready. And we are all fasting in Carrie and Wendy's honor this week. Carrie is in the middle of fighting breast cancer. Our Wendy Horn is in our group too. She's in the middle of the fight right now. She just got her port put in this week, so I know she's having a rough week too. Our clean fast is going to be prayerfully done for Carrie and Wendy this week. So it's a little bit incentive to keep us all going. So I'm going to go move you guys to the kitchen with me. So bear with me for a minute while I try to sign on my iPad out there, but I will be open out there. Go grab your sardines if you can, and we're going to do it together. Now I got to figure out how to pause.
I don't suppose, since I'm a day behind, I only have to do 2 days of sardines, right? To
No.
catch up.
All right, I'm going to run out there and try to do this.
I gotta go back to work, y'all. So I will catch you on the next one.
Bye,
Linda,
Jackie.
don't make me switch from being your
Look,
cheerleader.
I did not do anything wrong.
Let me finish. Let me finish, miss.
What?
I'm gonna switch from being your cheerleader to being your drill sergeant if you don't behave yourself.
I didn't do anything wrong. I followed the rules. I stuck with the protein. She never said it couldn't be lobster. I didn't know I was doing anything wrong. And if you were given a choice for less money for lobster than hamburger meat, it would cost me less for the lobster than the hamburger meat. So I took the lobster.
I am 100% the loophole queen. I hear you loud and clear.
I am missing my ice cream. Don't think I'm not, but I haven't touched it. I followed the rules.
Right. Technical loophole. I'll allow it, but I'm watching you. I am on to you, miss.
Well, I'm
I
excited.
got
I
your
haven't had
number.
lobster tail in years.
All right, I gotta go back to work.
God
And
bless you.
Linda,
Have a
you
good
have my
day.
number. You have my number.
I do.
Okay for you to use it.
Okay.
Absolutely. All
All
right.
right. Bye, hon.
Bye.
Okay. Here
See,
we
now you got people thinking I'm slacking. I followed the rules, dang it.
Okay, but okay, wait, Linda, though, you got to kind of, no, you didn't all the way. So it's a good, better, best. You followed the rule because you stuck with the protein, but it wasn't one protein for 3 days. So there is a little good, better, best in there. It's not that you didn't follow the rule, but there is a good, better, best of best practices or not. So hang on, I got to go turn my computer down. Okay.
My dogs are both sitting here staring at me expectantly. Where's mine?
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so the ones I'm doing today, the skin and bones are my favorite, but I was supposed to get my shipment this week and they're out of stock again. So I do have some of these left, but I wanted to show you guys my next favorite is these Mina. So again, I will open these up and show you guys if I can do it without spilling it on my computer. But they are the big fillets. They're not mushed up kind of things. Let me get rid of some of the oil.
Oh, you're good girls.
Okay, now I'll show you guys. See how big the fillets are?
Yeah, mine are like that.
Yeah. And I don't know, and maybe it's all in my head. Maybe they all taste the same. I don't know. I think having the big fillets does seem to help me a little bit. I always keep the can and the lid and everything over in the sink, and I literally wash it out with some Dawn dish soap before I throw it in the trash because
Think
it stinks so bad. Okay, I got some pepper here. I throw some pepper on there.
you're a good girl.
Throw some salt on. Who's eating sardines with me? I want to know. Is anybody eating sardines with me, or am I doing this alone?
I'm here, no?
Oh, there you go. All right. I salt the daylights out of because I'd rather have the saltation.
Yeah.
The other thing I can do a little bit is add my Bighorn olive oil company, and this one is lemon.
Oh,
Ooh, Michelle, I see by the look on your face. You need to go over and download, go into the healthy.
I just haven't shopped for it.
And when you do, make sure you use my code, the JTH or JTK, whatever it is. And it saves you a little bit of money. If there's a coupon, I pass it on to you guys. Make sure you put that code on. If there is a coupon available, it will give you the discount because they're not cheap. They're about $22, $23 a bottle, but I love them. They are my favorite. So I just drizzle a little bit back on my olive oil. And maybe a swig just to get my fats up a little bit today. Because this is all that's going down. All right, let's do this.
Okay.
Linda, I'm having my first bite for you, girlfriend.
Oh,
God bless you.
Right?
this one's not bad.
Yep.
I picked up several brands from Trader Joe's the other day and went, give it
I will tell you, doing them for the 100 days, as much as I thought I was going to die,
Mhm.
it changed it so much that I really don't gag them down anymore.
If you really love me, you'd do them with me at 6 a.m, though.
Oh, I don't know that I eat anything at 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, I'm just not a morning person. Like,
I wasn't either. You know that when Dr. Boz said, Linda, I want you to switch up. I'm like, you got to be kidding me, dude. I mean, seriously. But now I'm used to it. By 6:30 in the morning, by at the very latest, depending on what I eat, 7:15, I'm done eating for the day. That's it. I'm out.
question: does anybody else eat that early? I know Moni's eating pretty early too.
Only
Do you
coffee with
Do you
cream.
find? Do you
That's
find you
early.
guys- what's that?
Coffee with cream. And
Mm.
that's the hardest thing to do without right now.
I normally don't eat that early. I normally don't. I normally try to eat at 10 and 2 in a normal, but because of this, I wanted to get it done and over with.
Gotcha. Linda, do you have a hard time at all getting hungry in the evening then?
Do I what?
Have a hard time getting hungry in the evenings when you eat that early, or are you okay?
I did. It's getting better. I did at first. I think my body's getting used to it now. What's really nice is Steve eats in the morning and then he eats at lunch and he's done. So now when he comes home in the evenings, like we can just hang out and
Good.
just be together, you know? So, and play with the dogs and do our thing without thinking about food.
And that's the win. That is
Yeah,
really
it really is. It truly is. So it definitely is. And my numbers are great. I just still can't get the glucose thing. I mean, I'm waking up with a lower glucose than I have later in the day, you know?
that's what it should be though. That's
Yeah. Well, it's usually not that way though. And somehow things have flipped around and now I'm waking up with glucose of like 66 and 63. Like
Yeah, I
that's
have a question
awesome.
about that, Tammy. I have a question about that because I'm not eating late at all, and then I'm still waking up with high glucose after like 9:30 in the morning or 11 at the latest, and I'll still wake up with over 100.
So does everybody understand what's happening with Moni? Does anybody else still wake up with a high glucose that's eating way low carbs?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I am freezing, and I mean freezing.
Okay, so the lesson in that is when we're waking up with that constant high, when we are not eating crazy massive amounts of food or massive amounts of carbs or anything, my carbs are usually under five a day. Sometimes 10 is my cutoff if we eat out or something. But when it keeps waking up, and it's first of all, that is the stored glycogen in our liver. That is the part that we've got to stress that liver to get that deep cleaning. So it's kind of like, my brother that just had an A1C of 14. He wasn't cleaning that liver out in a month. He waited till probably the month before he went on the transplant list for his heart to say, hey, sis, will you help me? I tried for years to get him to do it. And of course, he made fun of me, quality of life over quantity. I'm like, yeah, that's easy to say till you're dying. Till you are scared of dying. Now you're going to say, okay. I mean, I remember the part of looking at the first time I went through Keto Continuum and thinking, if you tell me I got to eat dog shit, salt it up because it's going down. I mean, that is literally the mind frame that I had to be in, save my life. I don't care right now what I got to do. I want to live. That is where the choices that you make after being a cancer patient. Do I like these damn sardines? No. But this is so much easier than sitting and let them put chemo in my body.
Yes, yes.
I mean, so when we have decades of glycogen stored in our liver, we got to be patient. This is where it's hard because we're doing the work and you don't see the numbers change yet. They will get there.
The good thing that is it like going out? What is it doing though? Like other than irritating me because it's still high. Is it coming out of is it going through my liver then if it's still there or no?
Yes, it's hopefully as you stop putting more in, you're going to burn up your storage. You're going to burn up where it's chucked everywhere in your muscles, in your liver, in your everything. It's all chucked in storage. So the whole goal in it is you stop putting it in. Your body is still going to use some glucose, pull glucose for fuel because it's the easiest fuel to use.
So when I'm sleeping is looking for it and just pulling it out of wherever the heck it was?
Yep. You're
Okay.
cleaning house. Think of it like spring cleaning.
Okay, well, then I guess I won't be so mad. As long as that's truly why it is high.
As long as you are being totally honest, not just with me, but with yourself on what time you're done eating and calories are going in, what you are putting in.
Oh, no, you didn't just drink that.
I was just going to say that.
Come on, that's too far, too far.
It's my bighorn olive oil.
No, it's slopped with the sardines. No, Tammy, no.
Hey, wait, I'm really going to gross you out. Watch.
No, Tammy, no. Oh, dear Jesus, no.
Hey, but I got to tell you, I'm saying this for inspiration because I'm the one that yanked them down.
No, you look like the crazy lady that should have a shopping cart.
See, here are mine. I haven't even started mine.
Come on, Carrie.
I thought you were eating with her.
Oh, God bless.
All right, ladies. We did it.
Get it?
Yeah, okay. Top 100 things like you will never see Linda do. That is number one. is number one.
Okay, part I'm
Make
not
sure
going to
you
take you.
save. Let Tammy make sure you save that video so when she actually does it, we have proof that she said that.
It will
Right.
not happen. Unless somebody's got a lot of money on the table. It will not happen.
The part I'm not going to take you with is I'm going to go in, brush my teeth, floss my teeth, rinse my mouth, wash this can out with Dawn dish soap before I even put it in my trash can.
Yep.
Because it takes a lot for me to open these up in my house because I have a nose with superhuman powers of it drives me insane. So I do literally wash that can with Dawn dish soap. And if I put it in trash can, or I'll even carry it out and put it in a big trash can just so it can't stink up the house.
See, I put it in a Ziploc bag before I throw it away.
Yep.
Like, zip it up.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
have a quick question, Tammy. Are
Yes,
we
ma'am.
allowed to use butter instead of the olive oil?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good question.
I just can't get the oil down.
I didn't touch on that, so good question. Yeah, if you got to add a fat to it, I've squirted a little mustard on top of them, put a little bit of dill relish on them. Then what you're trying not to do is make a recipe that causes dopamine. So if you're adding it, I mean, I can make a little thing out of it where I make these little sardine taco boats of. It's just sardines mixed up with some mayonnaise, some relish, put on a piece of cheese, a dill pickle on a thing of romaine lettuce. And I eat it like a little taco.
But I don't understand how that is not making a thing out of it.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Making that
Yeah.
recipe gives me the dopamine of woohoo and sardines. That is not what I want right now.
Okay.
So I want it, but if you have to put some mustard on it to get them down, no harm, no
Yeah.
foul. If you
I have to put mayonnaise so it just slides down. I don't have to chew it.
So you put a
Yeah.
scoop of mayonnaise, put a scoop of butter. Some people put bacon grease on them.
Oh, that's a good idea. Scampying it, little garlic
Yeah.
butter.
The other thing I like to do is when I make my pork belly in my air fryer, I save the fat off of the pork belly and I use Redmond's chili lime spice on my pork belly. When that fat renders off the pork belly and goes into the bottom of my air fryer, I save that fat and make mayo out of it. So then my mayonnaise has the chili lime spice in it already, has the fat from the pork belly. Win-win. So now I get a free to very, very, pennies jar of mayonnaise that I can make. And I'm using up my pork belly fat in the chili lime. So it's just finding ways to do it, but you can use that mayo then on your sardines too. So you'll find little tricks, but it is keeping it simple as you can so you're not getting a dopamine response. If you're making a recipe out of your sardines, I think you're defeating the purpose again.
See what you're saying. Yeah.
You want it to be, okay, this isn't perfect. I don't love them, which is exactly what I want. That's where the discipline comes in. That's where the walking out, my food is not my dopamine of the day. So now we get to go have a good day and do something that we enjoy, that we've earned because we damn well earned it. So,
Yes.
and you're worth it. And you can.
Yeah, I literally mash mine up like tuna fish and put some mayonnaise so that I can take a spoon. You'll see tomorrow or whenever we're on a spoonful, and it just sits there. And then I take a bunch of water and I take it like a pill and get myself through 1 can a day, and then that's my limit.
I think I'm gonna actually make some herbal butter. If you guys can see it, look, hey, this is a cool part. I'll show you this. I have never been able to grow plants. Like I kill everything, like bad. This house that I grew up in has windows. The whole side of the kitchen, both sides of the living room are like 20-foot windows. So I finally look at my herbs.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yay.
Nice.
And
Yay.
my orchid.
And your orchid.
Beautiful.
Orchids have always been disposable to me. Like they bloom once and you throw them away and start over because I can't keep them.
Yeah.
It's booming again.
Ah,
But my herbs, I'm going to work on some herb butter today. That's going to be my enjoyment. Is I'm going to make some herb butter and try to cut up some of my fresh herbs. And
What kind of herbs are you going to use for yours?
I don't know. I've got two kinds of lemon thyme. I've got oregano, regular thyme, basil. I didn't get any chives yet though, so I'm kind of wanting some chives. So I'm just going to try those ones and keep it simple for right now, but gotta get some something fun and made that I can take to this baby shower that I have to go to for my niece.
Right.
So it's
And
super.
so, well, we don't have to worry about our fat during the sardine part, right?
Well, we're not worrying about macros right now. We're just
Right.
protein and fat. Get your proteins in. If you're hungry, you eat sardines. If you're not, you're good. So, but we will get there. We're getting there together. Don't forget, what's today's Thursday. We will go live Sunday. I'll keep it short and sweet, I promise. I just want to touch base with everybody before we go into the clean fast. So I think it's Sunday at 12.
1.
1? Okay, 12:30, 1 o'clock. I know it's after church. So we'll just get on, touch base real quick. Again, little prayer for care. Come on in, Michelle.
I'm thinking of what time that is on the Pacific Coast.
Okay, so if we're at 12, you would be at 9? Is that right?
Middle of church.
Ugh.
Oh, well.
Hang on, I gotta open the door for Lance. He's coming in. Hang on. All right, you're good. Just missed him. Okay,
Hi,
guys.
Lance.
Hang on. He just went around. I missed him at the door. He's going around to the other.
How's his eye?
Okay. Now he's got 2 months of healing before they can even start to talk about removing the cataract. So
Okay.
he still can't see out of that eye. But
Mm-hmm.
he's got the vision's getting better in the other eye. So he's got his bad eye is now his good eye. So
Good. Okay.
he's trying, but we're getting there. But I love you guys. We will see you Sunday. We will go live on Sunday, start our fast. But again, keep checking in over in the group so we can be mindful of how everybody's doing. Cheer everybody on. It is literally, if you're hungry for the next 3 days, you eat the sardines. And we got this. Everybody saying hi. Come say hi.
Oh, you know the hardest part, hey, about all this for me is that we're doing it over the weekend. I don't know why. I just hate doing this over the weekend.
Especially it's finally getting nights out, and yes, and everybody's got stuff this weekend and graduations and everything's going on. Be mindful. If you're going to go to a graduation party, to a family cookout, to anything, eat your sardines before you go. Don't go hungry. If anything, if you've already got your sardines in you and something is going to happen that you're going to cave, I'm not giving you permission to cave, but I'm saying if something happens, you're going to go for the meat, period. Eat the extra meat. You know, every cookout you go to is going to have some kind of meat. If you're going,
But now, oh, sorry, go ahead.
but if you're going to, I'm not giving you permission to jump ship. But if, God forbid, something happens, you're hungry, you don't have another can of sardines with you, pack them, take them with you, whatever. But if something happens that you're going to, go for the meat. Do not sabotage what you're doing.
And Saturday starts the water fast for you guys. Sunday starts my water fast. Right?
Oh, today's Thursday, Friday, Saturday will be
Thursday, Friday.
Sunday will be our.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I'll have, oh, crap. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Oh, I have to do sardines on the holy day. No.
Oh, fishes are holy.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Or you could just eat them now, Linda.
Eat it now.
Because I already ate today. I already
So
ate.
what?
I ate.
Eat them.
Well, I
Eat
can't. I can't even get to them. They're out in the kitchen. I can't get them.
When he gets
Oh,
home,
would you like me to mail them to you?
No, I mean I have them here, but I start tomorrow on sardines.
or when he gets home, go ahead and eat your can and get it over with, and then you'll be on the same day.
Oh, no way. I'll screw up all my numbers if I eat at night.
Oh, get over your numbers for one day. You'll be fine.
No, no way. I'm not messing up my numbers. I'll do it tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday, and then the next 3 days will be the clean water fast. Yeah. No, I mean, I'll legitimately do it, but I'm not eating twice a day. Twice a day is not good for Linda. Spiking glucose twice a day.
I guess I have a question. You keep talking about a can of sardines. Are we talking 1 can of sardines?
You
That's
eat
all I eat.
Whatever it takes to fill you up. I want you full. If that takes 2-3 cans, eat 2 or 3 cans. If it takes 5 cans, eat 5 cans.
Good.
1 can,
Easy. No.
I'm happy to be done with 1 can.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. But it doesnday fill your macros. Is why I'm asking the question.
No, we're not counting. This isn't a macros. We got people that jump in these 10-day cleanups that don't even do macros. That don't even. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah, this isn't a hit your macros.
Okay, but I'm still hitting my macros with chicken broth and butter. Or, well, I'm still hitting my fat macros because I can't
Yes.
lose any weight.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
You
only 1 can, not 4, thank God.
right.
Right.
Oh my God.
No, you're in a different situation. You got to do what you do what's
Yeah.
best for you.
We got to keep
It's
some.
the rest of
you
us.
could
She
still
just
use
wants to
the-
see suffer.
But you can still use the butter with the sardines to hit her macros, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. But the 1 can of sardines isn't the protein macro, but I can use the butter and olive oil.
Yep.
To hit the fat
Yeah.
macros anyway.
And plus, you can't count the sardines that you come back up.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, ladies, you know what your homework is for the next 3 days. Keep checking in. I will be in and out as I get ready for the baby shower and stuff in our family. And we have electrician. We have deliveries coming to the hot tub tomorrow. The electrician's coming tomorrow. I will be back and forth on the computer. So please keep checking in. So when I get to it, I can check in and see how you guys are doing.
Do we have 2:00 group?
Yes,
Okay.
we have 2 o'clock. If you're a coaching client or if you want in coaching classes, we can get you in. 2 o'clock will be beginner discussion. 3 o'clock will be intermediate today. So those will all be over on your dashboard in your beginner and intermediate classes. So we will be there this afternoon. And then if you're not in coaching classes, I will see you Sunday on a live real quick. It'll be short and sweet, I promise. But thank you guys.
I'm going back to work, so I probably won't be there.
Okay, if anybody wants, if any of the newbies want in coaching, please message me or text me and I'll get you in before the 2 o'clock class today if you want to join us. Okay. If anybody does, just let me know. If not, I love
Bye,
you.
show.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Sardines for the win. All right. How do I shut off on the iPad?